Hi everyone, Naji here again. Hope everything is well. Welcome to this video. Today I want to share with you about what I believe is the most self-destructive habit that anyone can have. And although there's a number of bad habits that anyone can have, the top of the list I feel and I believe so is the habit of constantly comparing ourselves with others. You know, as humans, right, we can't help ourselves. We like to compare ourselves with others. And there are good ones, there's good comparison, and there's bad ones. Today, I want to deal with the bad ones. I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do to overcome this barrier, to overcome this bad habit. So if you're a parent with kids under your care, or if you are a leader, okay, let me first put it up front to you. It is not all right to compare your employees, your hires, and your children to each other or to others in a negative way. An example of a bad comparison is that person A, why aren't you as good as person B? Or person A, why can't you be as pretty, as handsome as person C? Employee A, why are you slower than employee B? You know, these are not good ways of being a leader or being a parent. And if you're doing that, please stop it right now. Okay? You are setting your employees, you're setting your kids up for a lot of unnecessary emotional and mental pain. It's a lot of unnecessary mental distractions. Okay? Comparing with others will always be a losing battle. We will feel as though we're never going to win. Okay. And we always feel bad about comparing. So if we don't like it, let's not perpetuate it. Let's not teach this bad habit. Okay. Because what comparison does is that it's just going to put a spotlight on your shortcomings, your fears, your insecurities, and then doesn't lead anywhere other than making you feel worse. It's going to make people feel as though like, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good looking enough, I don't have enough ABC, I wasn't born in a rich family. It's a crutch. It cripples, it takes away power, it takes away confidence. It's not helpful. Does that mean we don't celebrate other people's successes and wins? No, by all means, if your friends, your family, your colleagues get promoted, they hit a good milestone in their life, be happy for them. Eat out with them, celebrate with them, be happy. But be very mindful, okay? Yes, their wins are our wins, but their wins are their wins. In the end, the promotion is theirs. In the end, when they get when their business succeeds, it's theirs, right? It's good. I mean, we feel happy for them, but you must remember, you have to live your own life. You got to have your own wins. You got to have your own purpose, your own wins, your own growth. Celebrate theirs, but you got to grow. Okay. Secondly, it's very easy nowadays because there's a lot of social media. You look at Instagram, you look at Facebook, you look at YouTube, TikTok, it's very easy to posture, to put something fake on your profile. I meet a lot of people, I speak to a lot of people, and like all human beings, we have our own shortcomings. We're not always perfect, right? Many of us have rough patches. Sometimes we go through some painful times. Sometimes we're insecure. We all have our insecurities. Sometimes we're depressed. But if you look at their website, right, you look at their social media, they're putting pictures, videos, and sharings of them being smiling. They're successful on social media. That like they're having the most amazing life ever. But if you know them in person, you realize that actually, no, that's not the case. That they are actually having a rough time right now. It's really posturing and it's really fake. Sometimes people want to just send out a social signal that they're all right. I understand. Let them do that. But for you, as I speak to you, I'm speaking to you like how I'm speaking to my younger me. I'm speaking to you like how I speak to my kids. I'm speaking to you like how I speak to my employees and my staff. You don't have to do that. It's a trap. It's a trap. Let me give you an example, my own personal example, right? So I share that, I manage, lead, and grow physical therapy, hand therapy, Chinese medicine, and massage private practice, right? Lots of competition around, lots of comparison around. So I've done fairly well. I've sold a practice for 7 figures, took 18 months sabbatical. But even I, even I, right? I still fall for this. Once in a while, I'll go online, check out my competitors, check them out. I check them out, check out their ranking of search engines, how many clinics they have, how many staff they have. And when I seem to be winning, I have more staff or I rank higher, I'm like, yes, I win. And if they seem to be winning, I'm like, fuck, I don't like. And most of us would think like, hey, that's okay, right? That's healthy competition, right? But actually, no, it's not a helpful mindset, or not a healthy mindset at all. So over the years, as I grew private practice businesses, selling them, going to sabbatical, getting in and out of lawsuits, right? And learning to grow myself, my investments and my businesses, I've learned this truth. The world, the market is a big place. There's more than enough everyone. If I make 1 million, doesn't mean that person make 1 million less. No, it's not a zero-sum game. Okay, so this is what I realized. So there's lots of people who like the culture I create. They like Nigel. They like the way I speak. The way I carry myself, the way I lead. And this attracts a very specific type of people, whom I call my people. They resonate with me, they gel with me, their values are very similar to mine. My people, they love me and I love them. And they like the way I do things and they stay with me for years and years. They recommend their friends, their families, and that's my people. But I realize my competitors have their people, that will only follow them and won't be so likely to follow me. And my people won't be so likely to follow them. This applies to employees, clients and patients, referral sources. It's interesting. It sort of self-regulates, So how does this apply to this self-destructive habit to break? So what I'm trying to tell you, okay, if you're a parent or if you are a business leader, if you lead a team of employees, or even one employee, if you have kids, you are a leader at work, where you lead at least one person, right? You don't have to get them to compare between each other in a bad way. Remember I said earlier, don't say like, employee A, why you slower than employee B? Or if you have kids, don't say things like, oh, why aren't you as good as kid number 2? It's too general. It makes them feel powerless. It makes them feel helpless. And it's a very painful thing to be compared in that manner. So instead of doing that, be very specific. Okay? Say this. Employee A, look at employee B. Employee B is doing very fast. Why? Look at what exactly they're doing. Is it that process? Is it process A versus process B? Process C versus process D. Be very specific and actionable. Same thing for if you have kids, right? Don't say stuff that's vague, be as good as B. Be as handsome cannot lah, okay? You can say that be more well-groomed, dress more sharp, or be more patient, say your please and thanks. Be specific with what they can learn from their competitors. For this, ask yourself, what are my competitors doing that I can learn from? Right? So instead of saying, oh, you're just not good enough, not good as them. Let me use myself as an example. So instead of saying, oh, I'm not as good as them, I ask myself, what are I doing well that I can learn from? Personal example, right? I tend to be quieter. I'm the sort that like to just action shows louder than words. I tend to be quiet. I tend to not speak up that much. But I'm learning from my competitors, from the businesses around me, from the people around me that I can speak up more. I'm learning to speak up more. I'm observing, I'm practicing, and I'm getting better at it. And this is my 50 plus 60th video. And I'm really much better at this video number 50, 60 compared to video number 1, right? I'm getting better. So I'm learning. Number 2, help your employees, help your children take pride in what they are good at. Rather than just focusing on what they're not good at, rather than just focusing on that, they need to be better than the other person, which is not really useful. Let them take pride in what they're good at. Look, one of my kids, my daughter, Olivia, right? She's really good at art. She likes craft. She likes drawing. Then I'll encourage her because she's really good at that. She don't really like to climb at the playground and do running. So I do get her to run because running and exercise is good. But when she likes the craft and likes reading, I'll encourage her. Say, you're good at that. Do that more. Go for it. I'll sit with you. I'll do with you, you know? So if you have employees that are struggling with certain things, yes, we try to help them with the part they're not so good at, but let them take pride with what they're good at. Help them remember they have things that they are good at as well. Even for me, I'm learning to take pride that in things that I'm really good at. When my people tell me, oh, Nigel, you're good at this, I'm like, oh, wow, that's nice. So instead of just saying, focusing on just the stuff that I'm not good at, you've got to balance out the stuff that we're not good at, which we can improve, and the stuff that we're really good at, which we also can improve and take pride. And lastly, instead of just comparing ourselves with others, I shared in the previous video that I'm learning to keep my focus and keep speaking about the path that leads to where I want to go. Not just moan, whine, and bitch about the opponents in my way or the obstacles in my way. I gave the example in another video, if I'm playing a team basketball, group A versus group B, and if I get the ball, what I need to do is I got to look, and then there's going to be opponents in my way, right? But it's not going to be helpful if I just focus on the opponents. I've got to look at the path between the opponents such that I can bring the ball closer towards the score point, or I can bring the ball closer towards somebody whom I can pass strategically to score, to take a shot, right? So those are the 3 things that I do to break this constant comparison. Ask myself, what are my competitors doing that I can learn and improve from? Number 2, I try to take more pride in the things that I'm good at. Number 3, to stay focused and keep speaking on the path that leads me to where I want to go, not just focusing on the opponents or the obstacles in my way. And you can also apply this if you are a parent with children, you are a leader with people under you, be it employees, or if you are a teacher. This is what you can look out for to help break this destructive habit of comparison. So that's all I have for you today. So comment down below. If you like my videos, do subscribe and let me know what you think. Talk soon. Bye.